Hey guys, Christian Prepper here today, talking to you. Just got back in town, glad to be getting my life kind of back to normal. Been away for a while. We went for a kind of a long camping trip and came back off of that, and me and my two young teenage boys went to Tampa, Florida on a mission trip with our church, doing some building onto an addition of an orphanage down there. And Hope Children's Home in Tampa is where we went, and it's a real good church-run orphanage, and we spent some good little bit of time down there. And then of course when I got back I was extremely behind in work, so I just about halfway got caught up, and things are starting to get back to normal. And one of the projects that I was working on before I left was converting this Wonder Junior grain mill into something a little more feasible. We bought this grain mill a while back, and we've used it quite a bit, and we bought the hand crank model because of course I am preparing for an economic collapse, and I figure that will probably include a power outage of some sort, where it be kind of rolling power outages or a total loss of power. So I bought the hand crank, and it works well. And my wife's gotten real good about making fresh bread out of ground wheat, and it's very good. The only problem is it takes a lot of grinding to get enough flour to make a couple of loaves of bread. So was kind of wondering how we could make this thing easier to use every day. And I could put a motor on it and that type of stuff, but I really didn't want to go electric. I was looking for another way, and I was surfing the internet. I was actually surfing YouTube, and I come across a guy's website, and he had did something that kind of gave me an idea. I didn't do exactly what he did, but I did something real similar to it, and it makes it a lot easier to use this thing. And I'm going to show you what I've done. This is our newest invention. Like I said, I was looking at YouTube, and I seen this in a guy's video. And he didn't do it quite like this, but something similar. We had this Swin Airdyne. My wife bought this when we first got married, and she paid, I don't know, $600 or $700 for this thing. And it don't have that many miles on it, if you know what I mean. I've never had to grease it, and but it was sitting around, so I took the big fan, front wheel fan thing off the front of it, and got to piddling with it. I don't know if you can see, but I went right in between those two sprockets and just took a pulley and split it in half and put it on that shaft, and then welded it back together, and put me a pulley along that shaft and ran it with a belt. And we actually had to order this pulley from Wonder Mill. They're making a pulley now, and it's just hooked right in with the pedal. So now when we want wheat, or actually want to grind wheat, we just get on the bike, and as the pedals turn, it just turns the pulley, and we can sit there and grind our wheat while we ride our bicycle. So it made life a lot easier about getting fresh bread, and now we can just fill the hopper up with wheat and have one of the kids to get on it and grind our wheat for us. And you know, I think inventions like this are going to make life real easy if everything does collapse. You know, this is a very simple project. I already had this exercise bike, and even if you don't have an exercise bike, you can look around and most time find one that's people to give to you, and you know, come up with something like this. And you know, you can grind corn, peanuts, soybeans. You'd be surprised at what you can do with a little grain mill like that. And of course your stones that you actually do your grinding would hook on right here. I don't have them on right now, but then you would just put a bowl under it, and your wheat goes in the top there, and as you turn it, it just feeds it through with an auger, and right through your stones, and comes out flour. And very good. But that's just a little project we'd been working on before we left to go to Florida, and just thought I would kind of show that to you and maybe give you an idea. If you don't have one of these little hand grain, wheat grain mills, I suggest you to pick one up. They're real handy. Wheat's a great prepper food. It's a long-term type food. It's got a lot of nutrients. There's a lot of different ways to eat wheat. And like I said, it makes great fresh bread. Talk to you guys later.